Hello. My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pentiment. In the last episode, I cried. I cried so much. Andreas is trying to escape the labyrinth in his mind, and he was finally able to say goodbye to everyone, to Sabine, to Casper, and to August. He finally said goodnight to his son. Now, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I feel like I'm very much in the same boat as Andreas. What? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the maze? Did I make this? It's like a replica of the painting in the church. Why are you holding the maze? Two things are merging in your mind. You and... There are layers to everything, even our memories. Over time, the foundations become buried. We can no longer recall how we got here, no longer recall what came before. And what came before? Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth. What the fuck? What? I don't understand. Sister Amalie? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? You are here with me. And we are here in spirit. Are we still in the ruins? You look like Beatrice a moment ago. She won't know what that means. Are we still in the ruins? We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering, and the Lord brought you here. But I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. Madam, what? Is this real? Am I finally experiencing that which I have only read about in the testimony of mystics? Are you here to save me? I'm seeing things. This isn't real. It can't be. Is this real? Am I finally experiencing that which I have only read about in the testimony of mystics? I told you long ago that reading cannot communicate a spiritual experience. But yes, this is real, and you need not be afraid. Have faith. If you are here with me, it is the Lord's will. Andreas? Sister Amalie? What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. I have a lot of thoughts about what is going on, but I want... I think it, in part, I'm just like, what? What? Explain? Explain. This is the Mithraeum. This is the Mithraeum because of the stars on the ceiling. The picture that we found of the Mithraeum, it had stars. It had stars on the ceiling. The Mithraeum was drowned or whatever it was. It was flooded. So this is the Mithraeum. What the I mean, that Mars... Like, what the fuck is this? Part of me is, like, shocked, and the other part of me is confused, so I'm just like, we're just gonna carry on with the story. And then I can react at a later time. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. Sister, we're looking for the Mithraeum. Is this it? The Lord's will, what do you mean? No, this isn't my spirit. I walked here through the aqueduct. Here's the thing, she wouldn't know it by this name. This is a pagan word. No, this isn't my spirit. I walked here through the aqueduct. You are confused, Magdalene. It's understandable. My own visions have perplexed me for all of my life. Even though this seems strange, even though it is a place of spirit, it is very real. The Lord has called me to this place for many... So she doesn't think... She's confused. She's confused. She seems to think this is a real place, but she is here in spirit. But, like, no. No, madam. Unless she is a ghost. No, this isn't a game about ghosts and ghoulies and mummies and vampires. Like, no, this is very real. Madam, the Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my... I'm thinking back to the map. I'm thinking, the map we found in the fucking mine. The Mithraeum was roughly in the same place as the church. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I might have done, I can't remember. But based on where everything was, the Mithraeum and the church were in relatively close proximity. It might not be like one for one, but they were like in the vicinity. In the vicinity. She's been digging down. She's been digging her grave. Oh! When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here the Lord tells me what messages I must bear, and to whom. You deliver messages. How? It was almost impossible for us to reach this place. I mean, she's dug her grave, and she's reached, like, a path, and now she just follows that path. She's got the direct line. We're having to faff about with the aqueduct and all that shit. What is happening here? You deliver messages. Yes. Here's... Again, I think back to Father Thomas in Act 1. Oh, she can't read or write. She can't read or write. Because I was about to say, so she's the thread puller. But she's confused as fuck. This woman is confused as fuck. The thread puller is someone who is very adept at manipulation. The thread puller is playing like... He's playing chess. Everyone else is playing checkers. The thread puller is playing chess, okay? Like, this is someone very coordinated. Very precise. This woman is confused as fuck. Yes. Once, long ago, I was a scribe. I copied many works of the great church doctors. Origen, in particular. But that all ended with the fire. It ended with my life. Wait. I thought I had given up the pen forever, until the visions returned. I like that. I like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Amalie's this isn't the first time that Amalie's penmanship has changed. I'm pretty sure in Act 1 she had fancy script, and then when Father Thomas said like, oh yeah, she can't read or write, it changed to like the peasant script. And then in Act 3 she had the script that she had before, because Magda doesn't have that Magda doesn't have the impression that Amalie can't read or write. And Madam, what the hell is happening? I thought I had given up the pen forever, until the visions returned. No. When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters. Not one. What the fuck is that? All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of purple inkcloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone. But he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand, yet She's the one penning things, but she's so confused. She's so confused. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas is explaining. Thomas! I come on down, Thomas. Come on down. Come on down to the stage. Come on down to the floor. Please. From wherever, whichever side, descend from on high. But, like, Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. He tells me what I must do. What the Lord wills me to do. Madam, are you maybe realising you've not been hearing the voice of God this whole time? It was you. This whole time you wrote the notes. I found one by my dad when he was attacked. No. This isn't on her. This woman is confused and, no offence, delusional. This woman is having, like, religious delusions. No. Sister Amalie, you pushed those people into committing murder. What? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. Calm yourself, sister. We'll figure this out. But that's what happened, sister. You wrote those notes. Maybe it wasn't the Lord's will, but you're a nun. She's confused. Like, guys, did you not just hear what? I have many things. Like, literally, she was just saying, like, Father Thomas makes everything clear. Like, were you not paying attention? Were you guys not paying attention? Okay, I just, like, she... I think until the game has, like, wrapped up this mystery, because look at her cradling her head and rocking back and forth. Like, this woman is confused. This woman is confused as fuck. Maybe, I'm not gonna lie, it could be because I was so focused on Father Thomas. Maybe I just don't want Sister Amalie to be the thread puller. That could be it. I'm well aware. It could be my own biases saying, like, hold up. Let's pause for a minute. But she seems so confused. So utterly confused. And I'm not religious. I don't believe that God is talking to her being like, yes, you must send a letter to Lucky, and you must send a letter to Matilda, and you must send a letter to someone else, Attilia, there we go, she got a letter, yes, like, you must send letters to all of these people, I am God, ooh. Like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. If she is saying that God told her to send these letters, then clearly someone was going, oh yeah, God said this. Like, it could be my own bias. I can't tell. I mean, I thought it was her in Act 1. I may have gotten away from that in Act 2, but I thought it was her in Act 1. Like, if she is the thread puller, then I was right for a third of the game, and I'll take that. Yeah, but that's what happened, sister. You wrote those notes. And people were murdered because of them. No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No. I'm not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Ah! Dickhead, why are you here? Dickhead. Sister Amalie, shh, it's all right. Father Thomas, how did you get down here? Tassing is an old place. It's buried in many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth, it was Sister Amalie who rediscovered them first, and found this place. So it is 1 for 1, it is direct. Oh! Wait, the dimensions of this room. This is the foundation of the church. Father Thomas, did you? In other circumstances, I wouldn't... No, I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. I can't read anymore. In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am still happy you are alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. You! I love these two, like, we're gonna beat up a priest! Yeah! You knew about this place, so it was... Okay, I was half right. It was both of them. Him giving instruction, playing chess, and her with her writing, thinking, oh yeah, he's telling me words from God. I should have put that together. I don't know why I never thought about, like, what if it's 2 people? I think I just got so stuck on it being 1 person. I didn't stop to think, but wait a minute, what if it's not 1 person? What if it's multiple people? You and Sister Amalie were behind all of the murders. She was writing shit. She was the scribe. No, she had no part in this. But the notes, she wrote them. She did, but she did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write. Well, at least he's not throwing her under the bus. I kind of expected... I'm not gonna lie, I expected Father Thomas to be far more insidious. The fact that he's been like, yeah, I did it. I guided her. I told her what to say. Like... Oh, like, slight props for not throwing the nun under the bus. I guided her. I told her what to write. You abused her love and her trust for your own purposes. He who wishes to follow love's way must regard neither cost nor shame. Nor pain, he must stand to everything, even her most terrible commands. I am ashamed to admit it, but yes, I did. To what end? What was the point of all of this? Look around you. What do you see? Paintings of Roman gods. Mars. Paintings of Roman gods. Mars and Diana. Look closer. I see it! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment. But this is it Saint Satia? But in the fucking woods, the woman with the deer, it's all pagan shit. It's all pagan shit. It looks like the statue of Saint Moritz from the meadow. And the shrine of Saint Satia. Oh, and the images of Saint Satia from the shrine. I don't understand. No, he's covering up the fact that this was pagan shit. It's Saint Moritz and Saint Satia, and Mars and Diana. How can it be both? The saints are the gods? The saints are the gods? When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. This statue of Mars Pater that once watched over the Roman fields stood there still, headless and nameless. That was one of the things oh, bastard. Oh, Jesus. It was something like, Mars will watch over the fields, something like, and that, the statue. Someone lopped off its head to, like, with no evidence of anything that came before. This statue of Mars Pater that once watched over the Roman fields stood there still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was Saint Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrines to Satyr and, not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. It's not uncommon for stories to borrow and change characters from older tales, so the people turn them into saints. Why didn't the church do something? Well, it was convenient. It was convenient for them to believe that. It's not uncommon for stories to borrow and change characters from older tales. But these are not stories, Magdalene. These are saints, our saints. The settlers did not see them through pagan Roman eyes, but through Christian eyes. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here. Except for Historia Tassii. But Historia Tassii was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost for? I can't read. I can't read. Who knows how long that book had been lost for before it made its way to Father Matthias? And you killed him for it. Yes, with poison. No one suspected. Wait, what? You killed someone? Hold on, who was Father? I don't need to know. I remember who Father Matthias was. Wait, what? You killed someone? May God forgive me. I did, yes. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that St. Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that Saint Satia was the Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it. And you resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in St. Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe in the legend of Saint Satia, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. Why does it matter if they were wrong if the saints weren't here and that was worth killing the abbot? Why does it matter if they were wrong if the saints weren't here? Then what does that mean for the hand of Saint Moritz? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to Saint Satia, and believed their prayers were answered? I guess is the hand of Saint Moritz, is that from the statue? Because I mean, the statue in the fields, it's like just the legs. So did the hand come from... Wait a minute! Wait, I thought he meant a real head. I thought he meant a real head, like the Saint arm thing is a real arm. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm having a moment. In Act 2, Otto said, I found the head of Saint Moritz, and I said at the time that you found a mummified head. How would you even be able to tell? How would you be able to tell? He found the statue. He found the statue. I assumed the arm was a real arm, but like, no, if that came from the statue, if it's a stone arm, then who's to say that Otto was talking about a mummified head? Oh! I'm having a moment. What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to Saint Satia, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a full star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? Perhaps some would, but you've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will. Do you have so little faith in ordinary people, Father Thomas? Yeah, it's free will. It's free will. Perhaps some would, but you've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will. Yes, of course, but preserving the legends of our saints doesn't interfere with individual volition. You are preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth. God so loved the world, he gave his only son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassin can stand in a field, look over our valley and say Saint Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will always be with us. And that is the truth, even if the legend of Saint Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done, and you think that justifies all this. So many people have died because of what you've done. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives, to prevent death. But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassii. A copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kearsau could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gernot read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gernot chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded. Do you think he wouldn't have cared? That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. Do you think he wouldn't have cared? Whether he cared or not, I think the abbot would have been more concerned with preserving the abbey. But there was also the Baron himself. Given his provocations, he surely would have told people eventually. But then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with Historia Tassii. He couldn't even read. No, he found the head of Saint Moritz. But it wasn't the head of Saint Moritz. It was the head of Mars. I'm telling you, I thought it was a mummified head. How many times did I talk about the mummified head? How many times? I swear to God. I was always talking about the mummified head, but no. If the arm in a shrine... If the arm in the shrine is a statue, then who's to say that the head was real? But then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with Historia Tassii. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. So you killed him to prevent an uprising, but caused it instead. You seem to have a difficult time reading people. You really do. You really do. So you killed him to prevent an uprising, but it caused it instead. Someone else killed him, as someone else killed Baron Rothvogel. And it wasn't to prevent an uprising, but to stop him from showing people what he found. The head! He found the head! What he found when he was helping to dig the foundation of the rat house. The wall of the aqueduct. Bones, evidence of some of the murder, something from our pagan ancestors. The wall of the aqueduct? No, everyone knows about the old aqueducts. That wouldn't cause alarm. There goes my timer. What he found was a stone head. I feel so dumb in hindsight. I feel so dumb. When someone says, like, I found a head, you're going to think, like, oh shit, a human head. You're not going to be like, oh, a stone head. It was... Why was this here? Why was this here? It had to have meaning, and there's only been one person being like, I found a head. I found a head, and it was Otto. You know what? I'm going to bring this episode to an end right here. In the next one, Thomas, explain yourself. Explain yourself. Explain everything. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.